Hey friends, so I want to jump on here real quick and share some food preparation tips. Now this can work for anybody, but especially for those of you who are going to start this 10-day clean eating challenge with us on Monday. Success is going to land in your lap more easily if you're prepared. So I'm going to share this with a couple of groups, and if you're watching this on the replay, please drop the word replay below. If you are joining us in this 10-day challenge, please drop the word I'm in, I'm ready, something like that. If you are still wanting to join us, just message me. So let me share this with one more group. I'm going to show you what I'm doing to get ready for this challenge. To make it a little bit easier. So the first thing is I have posted recipes, and you've got to have your shopping list so you know what you're going shopping for. And then when it comes time to food prep, I'm going to give you guys some ideas. So the first thing is have containers. So I don't know what you guys use. I love glass containers. So glass containers are going to be great for things that you make ahead of time. So scrambled eggs is a great one. So I like to make scrambled eggs a lot at a time and then seal them in glass containers. You can do things like make your meat in bulk. So grounding burger or grounding turkey, I do that ahead of time, and then I store it in glass containers in the fridge. You can use it all week long. Hard-boiled eggs, these are great things to store in there. You can also pre-chop all your veggies. So I will post a photo. When we went to Las Vegas, and gosh, I don't know how many consultants there were, 24 of us, I think, sharing 2 rooms, like 2 suites. They pre-bought all the groceries, and I think they said they did it for like $100 or $200, something crazy cheap. Because they bought in bulk, they meal prepped, and Krista maybe I took the photo of all the vegetables cut up, everything meal prepped, so that when it was time to come cook, all we had to do was follow the recipe, all the veggies were cooked. So these glass containers are great for veggies as well. Ziploc bags, here's where I like to use these. If you are drinking shakes with us, which I already drank mine for the day, if you're drinking shakes, you can actually meal prep your shakes in bags and freeze them. So if you're doing, if you're doing the powders, so you could put your powder in there ahead of time. I know people that put everything in there the night before, and you can even just put, if you're not doing anything frozen, you could even just put it in your shaker cup dry. But where's my probiotics? So you could put your probiotics in there. You could put your shake mix in there. You could put your fiber in there. You can have all the powdered stuff prepped. You guys could have like 10 bags of prepped shake stuff ready to go. If you're doing freezer food, so frozen food, if you're going to mix in like frozen berries like I do, you could put everything in a freezer bag. So you could put all your powders, all your frozen, if you're doing spinach, if you're doing blueberries, strawberries, throw it all in the freezer. You could do all 10 days worth of shakes. Then when it's the time to make the shake, dump it all in your blender and blend it up. Meal prep is key. What I also do with my Ziploc bags is I make protein bars a lot, and these recipes will be posted. Hey, Faith. I love to make the protein bars, and meal prepping, this is a container, I suppose. I don't know what this is necessarily called. It's a silicone tray. This wasn't a generic. No, it says TS. That might be Tastefully Simple. And then I also have a Pampered Chef one. So I would now start thinking about and looking through some of the recipes for either the protein balls or the protein bars and make them now, because they are the easiest go-to snack. So I make them, hey Robin, I make a whole thing of the protein bars. I like the silicone molds because then they're nice, pretty sizes, or you can just do them in a cookie sheet and cut them up. Then I Ziploc bag, I literally pop them all out, pop, 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 and I put them in a bag. I should have done this in my kitchen. I put them in a bag, and then they're in the freezer, and I could just take a couple out of the bag, put them in the fridge, set them out on the table, whatever. If you want to go the extra mile, I also sometimes individually wrap these. Like yesterday, we went to the pool with the kids, and I had some individually press and sealed, so then you can just grab and go. Protein bars are key. Something like this is amazing. Another little thing I have this from Pampered Chef, but you can use our chocolate protein shake to make chocolates. So prep this ahead of time, you guys, because when you have that sweet tooth craving, if you don't have your fit chews, if you don't have a recipe made, I already know if you're like me, you're going to be grabbing whatever you can find. So these little molds are so adorable. It's simply chocolate protein and coconut oil. The recipe's already in the group, in the 10-day clean eating group. And you can put a little bit of almond butter in there and it tastes like a Reese's Pieces, but it's all clean. So this little guy's amazing. I have a bag of these in my freezer too. I will post photos in the comments because I did not sit in my kitchen to do this. And then I put all the little chocolates in a Ziploc bag, and then I just have them I can grab out of the freezer. So that's awesome. What other tips do I have for you guys? So get the right containers, plan ahead, set aside time to meal prep. So our challenge starts on Monday. Most of us are probably shopping this weekend and meal prepping on Sunday. Set aside some time, 1.5 to 2 hours. Try to get at least 50 to 75% of it meal prepped. So what can you prep right now? Easy things to prep are cut up all your vegetables. So look through, if you're doing our dinners, it will literally give you the whole shopping list for the whole week for dinners. If you're picking and choosing or you're not drinking the shakes for breakfast and lunch, look through the recipes, see what you're going to need, meal prep as much as you can. Scramble the eggs ahead of time, ground the turkey ahead of time. Think about this, mentally prepare, because if you have healthy food in the fridge, that's what you're going to be going to. If you don't have it ready to go, you're going to have a much harder time. So meal prep now. Multitask. So while you're meal prepping, you could be boiling 12 hard-boiled eggs while you're grounding up 2 pounds of ground turkey. Separate that turkey out. Use different seasonings on it. So you could use some of that for stew or soups. You could use some of that ground turkey on your salads, in your taco bowls, in your scrambled eggs. So these are just a couple things that we can do when we're meal prepping ahead of time. I want you guys to share your photos and share your success tips because this is a group. We're all in it together. I don't love cooking, so one of my favorite meal prep tips is outsource it. If you're local, Rucksack Meals and Christine Over has made a lot of the 30 days meals for me, and that's where this program stems from. So she makes them, she delivers them, she has her own individual food things you can go pick up, and you can just give her the list of what you can and cannot have, and she'll put it together for you. She'll help you. She's amazing. So if you want to spend the extra money for someone else to do it, or partner with somebody. So meal prepping, if you want to split it out and you work with a neighbor or a friend or someone else who's doing this program who's local, and you can swap foods. So there was a girl at the gym. We both were doing a clean eating program, and she's like, hey, I'll make 3 dinners, you make 3 dinners, we'll bring them to the gym, we'll swap, and now we both have 6 dinners. So that can cut your meal prep down too if you're not having to do as many meals. So I hope that's helpful. Tell me what your tips are. Tell me what you guys are doing if you're ready, and make sure you jump in there and look at the list of what we're going to be eating over the next week so you can start shopping. All right, happy Friday.